Hello my lovelies, how are y'all doing today? My name is Ruth the Silverman and welcome back to Pyre. We got a bit of a liberation rite coming on next. Yep, next rite, Fall of Solium, yep. Against the harp team. Tamitha's team, I can't remember the name, I can never remember the name. The Essence, that's who they are. Alrighty. No one wants to talk to me. Oh well, off we go, I guess. Good thing we know exactly where we're headed. Also, sorry if I seem a bit rushed in this video. I meant to record this yesterday, but things kind of got in the way of that. Whoa. Oh, I see. That's my cursor. Okay. So I gotta get this video out and uploaded in like... It's 10:30. I need it to be up by noon. Why is it so far away? Once more we sail above the spot... above the Fall of Solium. The temple to the 8 scribes awaits us at the summit. I can't fucking read this game still. I also just woke up, so there's that. None have seen the temple, save for the worthy to conduct the rites here, and myself and my counterpart Celeste. You may then wonder whence I came. The cycle of rites has turned since the beginning of this age. Over its course, whilst waiting for the cycle's turns, some exiles thus paid tribute to the 8 scribes. I think the scribes may not have wanted such extravagance, or the carved effigies to them along the way. Yet it is for triumvirates to decide how best to honor the rites. They chose to honor them as you see there. How you remember this, of course, whether you'd even wish to do so, is yours to decide. The scribes do not want otherwise. Okay, can I land? No? Where can I land? Ah, here. Okay, Headwind gains favor, or... Jay gains favor. We'll go with Headwind. You make landing upon Mount Elodiel, where Wolfred pulls you aside while the others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs at his pipe before speaking up. Rita. Rita. As you know, I now wear the raiments once again. This means that if I myself may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the 8 scribes. Know, however, that it is not my wish to go just yet. It is true I could be of some benefit to our plan back in the Commonwealth, but I feel my place is here for the time being. Perhaps once the Nightwings are on surer footing in their path, my time shall come. Those are my feelings on the matter, and I wanted you to know. I shall, of course, defer to you. Our path is not to contradict the reader's will. Anyway, I trust that all of us, yourself included, shall find our freedom! It's weird doing it in his voice. If not soon, then by when all of this is over. Seek the Nomad Scribe's favor. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Headwind visit the monument of Golgothanian here in Emperor's Fall. It can't be possible, can it? That the rites are drawing to an end? I promised everyone that we would all be free together. Please. I shouldn't have made a promise that I couldn't keep. I know that now, but please, just don't make me break that promise. Soon he finishes paying his respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Gol Golathanian has shown you favor. You shall soon ascend the mountain, though there is now time to pursue your vocations! And +2 hope, yeah. Let's check on the tutors here. Who do I want to mentor? You don't have anything. We'll mentor you, to be fair. Certainly, I would appreciate your point of view. You find a remote spot where you and Volfred can discuss any of his misgivings or fears about your journey, or your fellow exiles. The conversation gives perspective and relief. It has been a while since my last outings in the right. Begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. Alright, let's give Volfred some stuff. Guardian sapling. After Volfred is banished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. Nice! Once per right, if Volfred's adversary is extinguished, his pyre... Yeah, Volfred's extinguished pyre is restored by 10% instead. Ooh. Ooh, those are both good. I don't know which one I want. We'll go with the sapling. An extra body never hurts. Alright. When we can speak of fear out in the open, we come closer to achieving freedom! Our struggles are not ours alone to bear. Yeah, that's nice. Who wants to talk? Of course it's you. Edwin seems preoccupied with something, but sees you as you approach. Hey, my friend, come join me for a bit. He smiles. His smile returns as you draw near. What a mess we've gotten ourselves into. Gotten you into. It's something I feel bad about. Back when we found you in the sandfolds, we didn't have any idea what you were getting... Or did you have any idea what you were getting into? Edwin wishes to know how you're feeling about your journey together. Say it could have gone as well, or say it has gone as well as can be expected. Say it has been difficult for you at times. Say you feel like you've been through this before. That feels like a fourth wall break for New Game Plus. It's gone about as well as I can expect. I'm not good at these games, at these kinds of games, so my failures are all mine. You reply that, for all the struggles you have had to face together with this group, you remain grateful for this journey. Is it not so that through such trials our bonds of friendship made stronger? Edwin nods his head in agreement. I think you're right about that. I guess if you can read the stars, then reading matters of the heart might not be that difficult either. He says nothing more. He says nothing more for some time. Look, there's something else I wanted to tell you. You've guided us through this whole ordeal. We've come to depend on having you around. But when the time comes, I hope you do what's best for you. I know being part of a group like this, it's supposed to be all about the group. All about the greater goal, and I get that. It's just, I don't think you owe any more to me. Or anyone, or anybody here. All of us, we have problems, right? We wouldn't be here if we didn't. We're all a part of this, and we're all helping one another through it. But in the end, no one's responsible for our own problems except us. So whether it's that business between Pamitha and Tamitha, or Sir Gilman and his honor, or me, or anybody here, It's for each of us to sort it out. I'd like to think that's why we're here. The perspective that we gain, knowing each other. I think it's helped us all make it this far. But in the end, our problems are our own. He's talking in circles now! No one's expecting you, or anyone, to set them right for us. Or so I keep saying to myself. It's all any one of us can do to deal with our own problems. Than to also have to deal with each other's. I think we're all just grateful, at this point, to have each other for support. So, thank you, my friend, for yours. Now take care. I'm off for a bit. He lays a hand on your shoulder as he heads out of the wagon. Alright. Let's get on with this rite, shall we? Okay, let's see here. Since Bertrude shall gain favor, no thank you. I'm not really a fan of Bertrude. I just forget she exists, but I do not want to send her up there. Also, I don't think she's even worthy to go up there. Since Sir Gilman shall gain favor. I do like Gilman. It has been a while since we have had him in our party. Our team. En route to the mountaintop, you pass by a monument of Lusclorian, and Sir Gilman happens to take notice. It seems that this knight's test of honor is just beginning to begin. What? That's redundant. He is to understand the stars themselves are vanishing. Impossible, he says, for how can there be such a thing as honor in this world if the stars themselves are wont to leave this world behind? Soon he has finished paying his respect. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Lusclorian has shown him favor. +2 presents, yes! So, 2 hope for Hedwyn, 2 presents. You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of Scribe's Gate, before an archway carved of stone, where stands the gate guardian. Greetings to you, Celeste. I see the exiles of the Nightwings have returned, even as the cycle of rites begins drawing to a close. The Nightwings accept this as the will of the scribes. The guardian laughs at this, softly for some reason. And you, Tariq? Do you accept their will as well? But the lone minstrel does not answer her. It is no matter. Now, Nightwings, each of you come forth and state what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, the Nightwings declare themselves. You all pass through as before. When Volfred takes his turn, Celeste stops him. You. I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain. The cycle of rites is ending. While I do not know exactly why, I have my fears. One of my contemporaries, he who fell from the summit long ago, he lives and seeks his liberty again. He stands against us now and believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings. I remember well the contemporary whom you mean. Then the Nightwings stand divided. Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again, in case that it may help to right this wrong. For I am Volfred Sandalwood, and I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She considers Volfred's words for a moment. I see. Then move along. The guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you all, and then she beckons you onward. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Celeste. What is it, Tariq? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it. I think you would agree. In equal measure has it drawn us close, as separated us. But if their aim is now to keep us apart for another age or longer, then no, I do not accept their will. You blaspheme, Tariq, and at the gate no less. The lone minstrel simply puts his hat back on. She completely missed the point of his words. Then may the scribes themselves admonish me. Until tomorrow night, Celeste. He completely fucking missed the point of his words. Or she missed the point of his words. Wow! Again, I am just waking up. I know that's not much of an excuse, but hey! I haven't had coffee today. Cut me some slack. Having reached the point of Mount Elodial again, you cannot help but reflect on whether one of your companions may go free this night. I fucking hope so. I do not want Tamitha going up there. Or remain stranded in the downside as Jadariel did after the last time. Stop reminding me. Okay, someone wants to talk. Wolfred. Wolfred looks up as you approach and smiles. I never thought that I would say such things, my boy. But it is good to wear the raiments and the rites once more. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today are a very different beast than the Triumvirate, which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a Triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4 with Tizo, who proved to be an exception. Though historically, the Nightwings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and his former companions, Irissa and Oralek. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we now attempt. But seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them. That might be a good idea. We do have a bit... I mean, like... I get the feeling it might be important to know all of this. So who the fuck is Brighton? I mean, other than a city. You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Wolfred first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now. Though, for that matter, my boy, so do you. He studies your reaction for a moment, then... Brighton was born wealthy, but not special otherwise. You would have no reason to have heard of him. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, and do not care for spreading rumors. I first heard of him through Irissa and Oralek, who found me a suitable replacement following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Oralek gave the impression they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice. Wolfred looks at you, as if to see if you yet take his meaning. You see, my boy, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth. A new responsibility to the Triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, is his. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than Archjustice Androboles IX himself. Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their old triumvirates. They have much to thank them for, not just their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. The theocratic rulers of the Commonwealth, they do not wear masks and raiment simply for sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. Their public pasts are nothing but a fabrication, like Brighton. They once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice. He has no love for either one of us by now. He knows full well what we attempt to do. Yet he is bound by the tradition of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain, but I think he knows deep down that he is powerless. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exiles such as we. Anyway, that's Brighton for you. He must have seen you in the potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's the path you wanted to pursue, I should apologize. Now then, whom else should we talk about? Well, that was interesting. Oh, that's... I can't really form coherent sentences at the moment. Ask about Erisa. You ask about Erisa, who you'll understand betrayed Orlek at the moment of his liberation, but then perished in the Shimmer Pool. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I'm afraid you know the brunt of it, my boy, but I suppose you ought to know something of Erisa's past, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Mind you, I would never make excuses for the terrible choice she ultimately made, but her life, I understand, was very difficult. Erisa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face. Such was the heinousness of what she did in the eyes of the Commonwealth. She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the blood border, despite wielding her father's own lance and armor. Her father never quite recovered after this, and had grown cruel and detached. It was Erisa who took the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible of her. One day it was all too much for her, so when next he lashed out at her, well, she struck back. She struck back again and again and again. Well, good for her! When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for the crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Erisa always was intense in her demeanor, haunted by her father's memory. More than that, her chief motive for wanting her freedom was, in hindsight, not a healthy one. She longed to join our nation's enemies, to build for the High Wing remnants a great siege engine that could shatter the defenses of the Commonwealth and forever end our feud. What she ultimately did to Orlek, it was an act of pure and thoughtless desperation. I do not think it was simply evil, nor do I think that it was personal. I often wondered, though, in her final moments in the Shimmer Pool, if she understood what she had done, and the depths to which she had fallen. For years, I must admit, I hated her, but now my only hope is that she has found a peace untenable during her relatively short life in the downside and the Commonwealth. Furthermore, I hope the life of Erisa offers some perspective yet to those who have not made the same mistakes. Now then, was there something else? Let's talk about the demon boy. You ask about Orlek, or about what Orlek was like, and when he and Wolfred first became acquainted. I cannot fucking speak today. I apologize. Wolfred remained silent for some time. I was very, very sick, you know, when I first landed in the downside. The long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. Ow, fuck. It was Orlek who found me. He could not have known of my capacity to read before he revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you. A gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Oralek had to deal with many casualties on their side. In time, he grew repulsed by what he saw. It took time?! This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed. So he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the High Wing remnants. It must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside, where he gained the notice of the Nightwings, and before long, he grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the Triumvirate were later filled by Erissa and me. In time, Oralek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it. So with that, his exalted status, he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. However, on the evening of his liberation, well, you know the story from that point. Wolfred breathes a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone. And now, I still cannot entirely believe that he is back. He is our adversary now, transformed, grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course. I shall not be swayed against our plan. Not by Oralek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Oralek, he wants his freedom still. Although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else, my boy? Not really. Bye. He bid Wolfred a good afternoon, and leave him with his memories. My pleasure, Rita. Reflecting on the past from time to time helps demonstrate how far we've come. Yet, how much further we have yet to go. Alright. Slug market. I don't think I have any money. Nope, I have no money. Yeah, go away, I don't care. Permanently grants one hope. Well. I don't think I can afford anything. Nope. I can't afford a goddamn thing. Okay, sorry. Alright, so on to the right. Let's hope we can win. With how out of it I am, probably not. But we're still gonna try. Once more, you have gained the fuck me. Oh, sorry about that. Once more, you have gained the fall of Solium, where one among you may go free. But first, you shall have to prevail against the essence in the liberation rite. Rita, your companions are gathered there, under the fall. They shall be counting on you. Indeed. As the cycle of the rites turns ever faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rites are ending. This is our chance, though. Though let us not despair, should victory elude us here. we shall make the most of whatever the scribes have, or may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my boy. It's time. Alright, let's fucking do this, damn it. Oh, that looks fucking metal. Dullness the Locket. I think that's all the Titan stars. There's maybe just this tiny bit of space up here. Oh, I never noticed. This one's also a Boobicorn. I never actually looked at them. These things are all fucking metal as shit. That one looks like something straight out of Lovecraft. I want some lore behind these stars, damn it. Go away, notifications. Oh god, it's 11.
Once more,
okay.
The Nightwings gain the summit of the sacred Mount Aladiel to conduct the liberation rite. Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust your adversaries, the Essence, shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thane, and I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High Wing remnants. Our long stalemate... Oh god, my nose. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended. Should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan, then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Triesta Tithys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools and their naked attempts to subsume our heritage or our culture. Speak not against us of the saint, and you shall. That sentence doesn't make sense. Speak not against us of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention toward your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury shall be imminently slow. I can't fucking read! The fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your Commonwealth, and the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom! I really can't do her voice. But there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. They have an ashen coal. Nightwings, your decision. On whose behalf you shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I would ask you choose wisely. But I am sure you know no other way. And you prepare your song, Tariq. Of course, Celeste.
Whom do you intend to liberate?
Unworthy. Oh, I don't want to get rid of Tizo. I love Tizo. Every time I try and liberate you, I fail. We're gonna go with you. Make this fitting. This is gonna be poetic, one way or the other. So I'm to get my shot at all this, then. How very thoughtful of you, reader, darling.
Who shall stand with her?
Well, you got a buff. I have your back, Pamitha. Let's get you home. And you got a buff.
Sir Gim.
By this night's sun, we shall fight with all his might. Oh god, he has like no presence. One final obstacle to overcome here. I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first, let us dance this final time. They can all fly, I don't like it.
Commence.
Damn it! Should have swapped. As Liberation Ray continues, you sense Pamitha reaching out to you. Or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please, let her prevail. Let her prevail here. This once. I don't want to! If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it. But please, let Tamitha prevail. For she is here, wrapped up in all of this because of me. I get your intentions, but she's gonna fuck everything up. The plea trails off, and Pamitha remains steadfast in her attention and focused on the liberation rite. And, as for Tamitha, prepare yourselves, Nightwings! And as for you, Pamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. Damn it. Oh no, not damn it. Oh god. Damn it. Damn it. I want to win, damn it. Oh god, I don't have my fucking... Oh no. Without Tizo, I don't have my Ashen Coal. Seriously? God damn it. No, 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 no. God damn it! What the ass? One more and I'm dead. No, you don't. Go, 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 go. Yes! Oh, God, I have so much of a... They have so much of a handicap over me right now. Fuck. No, God damn it, that's it. Well, I guess Pamitha got what she wanted.
The Nightwings proved their utter lack.
Oh, shut up. You were one of us, you ass.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen.
Well, actually does look kind of pretty.
The exile appointed by the essence shall be free.
Oh, fuck you.
Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
I don't think I'm getting a good ending for this. Well, if things always went our way, then none of us would be here in the first place, right? Commonwealth fools. How fitting that traditions such as this should spring forth from a culture such as yours. They ought to have put me to the sword, but no. They, in their arrogance and their smug superiority, deigned reason to those such as I ought to be exiled instead. Here then we would live in penitence and learn the error of our ways. She laughs for once, though not with joy. Such utter nonsense! And now they shall receive me, open-armed, a champion forged by their precious system. Yet, I shall use every waking breath to bring them all to ruin. She turns to her fellow sisters of the Essence and regards them with respect. Sisters! We may not be bound by blood, but ours is a stronger bond even than that. May we soar together in the stars someday, and I swear to you, the High Wing remnants shall survive. Farewell, sisters. God damn it! A moment later, she is gone, engulfed within the waters of the Shimmer Pool. Yet you can hear her voice reverberate for one last time. Farewell, sisters!
Godspeed, Tamitha Thane. The 8 scribes are watching from afar.
God damn it! This is not what I wanted.
May the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
I got fucking steamrolled there.
Until the turning of the stars.
Well, Tamitha,
Farewell.
I knew full well I would never give back to you the years you spent in exile, and I knew I could never regain your trust. But maybe now at least, I can start to live with myself again. Though, how absurd. I might have doomed the Commonwealth, the High Wing remnants, and Tamitha alike this night, and yet, once more, all I can think of is myself. I need a drink. Yeah, so do I after that shit. I'll share one with you. I got some Jack in the fridge if you want it. Oh my god, that sucked! After the liberation rite, you find Pamitha drinking alone. No, we are not having that! Everyone else seems to be off doing something equivalent. You're about to leave her alone when she looks up at you. That's that then, reader darling. Mission accomplished. Is that what you want to hear? And my loyalties have all this time rested with Tamitha? You know that it's not that simple. Yeah, I know. She's a very conflicted character. Besides, I think I've made plain my intentions from the start. I'm here because of her. She looks up at you then. But I'm still here because of you. She pauses again for a time. I don't know the reasons why we failed that liberation rite. Why the essence were the essence simply superior to us, perhaps? But I don't wish to know. And as you can probably detect here, darling, I feel no joy in this outcome. But I feel as though a part of me was liberated there along with Tamitha. So, and I realize this may make little sense right now, but thanks. If nothing else, for being there to help me see this through. She then gestures towards you with her bottle. Yeah, I'll drink with you. Drinking alone after something like that is never a good idea. I kinda know better. You accept the bottle, and the two of you drink in silence for a time. Nothing more needs be said. As the hour grows very late, you excuse yourself and leave her to her thoughts. If Pamitha ever was conflicted in her intentions, you sense that now she is fully committed to the group. She has nothing else to strive for. We have but a few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is opportunity enough that our plan may as yet succeed. Although all these setbacks, I fear. Wolfred trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rites soon ending, everything which Wolfred has sought, both on his own for many years, and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others, but not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them expected. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, their expression asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? You meet Jay's gaze, the words for occasion beginning to crystallize in your mind. You are searching for the right words. Here to consider what to say. I'm not sure what's going on. Search for the words to say for your fellow exiles. You are searching for the right words, as you and your fellow exiles are looking to you now. You tell them that you have all stood together throughout this quest, and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out why these are highlighted. You tell them that you are not going to mince words with anyone here, because by now, each of you knows each other well. None of you pursue this quest with any guarantees. This is a quest you all knew was unlikely to end well. It is clear that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Your path to freedom still is laid bare before you all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. None of you will pursue this quest with any guarantees. Wait, I already saw that one. It's cycling! What if I click on this one? Ah! Your path to freedom is still laid bare before you. Oh, I'm picking! The path to freedom is still laid bare before you all. Oh, what? Huh? The path is difficult enough without the added burden of despair. That true freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. Okay. One cannot assume that it would have been a happy outcome. Each of you knew this outcome was a possibility. I'll go with this one. Because this is... a sentence like this is part of... like, sentences like this get me through some hard times myself. So this is what I'm gonna go with. Your path to freedom still is laid bare before you all. The path is difficult enough without the added burden of despair. I think I pressed square to continue. Yes! Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining upon you. Okay, I have 3 options now. Okay, so meanwhile the stars are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all now have a divine duty to uphold. Okay, what's this one? Glory awaits if you can persevere together. They would spur you on to greater feats. Okay, so that one's the same. Okay, the Commonwealth is already in upheaval. There you have unfinished business to conduct. You have to resist the forces that would crush you. The injustice committed on the other side cannot continue. Its troubles are only beginning. But something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign. It is a sign that the world is changing. It is a sign that the scribes are watching. The disappearance of the stars above can be no accident. I kind of want to go with the whole stars thing. You now have an opportunity to live with purpose. For your people. For all those who shall live on. For yours is a righteous cause. For each other. For your own sake. You now have this opportunity to live with purpose. Okay, you all stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones, for your people, is a world worth living in. Is a world worthy of homecoming. Now is the time to stand and fight the forces that oppose you, for your people, for those who live oppressed. Well, I didn't see this one. For your people, for each other, for your own sake. Okay, that's the same. For each other, for your own sake. Okay. For those who live oppressed, for those who do not fight, do not prevail. This one. If you can believe any of this, then believe all in each other. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. Believe that you may yet prevail together. And trust what your heart is telling you. If you cannot see the merit in this quest, then you are unfit to stand amongst the Nightwings. You are unfit to stand atop the sacred mountain. You are unworthy of the stars' waning light. You're unworthy of the raiment in the books. When you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is all up to you. To each of you in your own way. Right. You need but see it's your journey to its end. Which side, whether you achieve your freedom is all up to you. Okay. If you can believe in any of this, then trust what your heart is telling you. Believe that you may yet prevail together. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. Let us stand together. Now and always. Then you join the others in silence. See, we might not win. We might not be free. But no matter what happens, if we lose, we still have each other. We have this family we've made. Come on, guys. It's not so bad. Then you join the others in silence. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts, no one speaking for a time. But then, damn right, my friend. We've stood together time after time, and I'll be right there with you till the end, no matter where we end up. My boy! Your bluntness is appreciated, reader. You might have succeeded, or you might have success upon the. You might have had success upon the blood border, thusly spoken. Then let us see where our path leads. Thou wouldst dare to change this ancient world-reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. Oh, Tizo! Tizo vows to stand with you, no matter where your quest shall lead. Oh, I love you too, buddy! May long the stars remain a light for you, reader, sir. All the while, Wolfred watches you intently. Then his expression softens and he smiles. You are right, of course, my boy. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. Let us stand together, now and always. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest and the dawn of a new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings! Everyone responds in kind. They stand with you, no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury, because now the last rites beckon. +1 hope permanently. Yeah! The stars above now burn with what appears as a desperate fury. Many more of them than usual. Oh god. It's just right into it. I don't get to go back to wherever. The stars of the 8 scribes. They shine together, now as one. The lone minstrel draws breath, as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. Let's check my planner here. 41%. My probabilities went up still. Unknown rites remaining. 2 until my next liberation rite, though. Oh god, I need these guys to go down. I don't like how high they are. Can I fight the withdrawn? 12 and 3? Can I fight them? Alright, well we're gonna pick my not you. Not you. Yeah, we'll go with you. Yeah, we'll go with you. As much as I hate doing their voices, we'll go with them. You are set to re-encounter with the withdrawn, led by the witch Umilde. However outlandish her intentions seem, one ought beware of her. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Witch Umilda, one of the bog dwellers and head of the withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Islak the Astralborn than the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into obsession with Islak, despite widely held belief that he is dead, or never did exist. But Umilda held that Islak is merely dormant, and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then at last Islak could go to his glorious home, and Umilda would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Umilda in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Islak's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. In short, the 8 scribes certainly would not approve of what she aims to do, so be careful in her presence, reader. And for now, good night. You bid the lone minstrel a restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight. as you expect to press onward come daylight. Someone wants to talk to me. Who is it? We'll talk to you in the next episode. Alright, anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Oh, God, I'm not happy with the results of the right, but you know what? That speech, though. Fuck me. Fucking tired. Ugh, God damn it. Alright, anyway, that'll do it for this episode. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And as always, thank you. And until next time, stay beautiful. Bye-bye.